How are you taking what you do and offering it to your customers, not just as a transaction, you give me this and I'll give you that, but as a transformation that shifts the way that they view the world, where finally they can see Him through you, Him through your staff, Him through the product or service that you offer. I heard a quote this morning and it went something like this: if you let your past dictate your future will become your past. As I look at my life, I look at my future, my hopes, my dreams and my goals, my business plans, the calling for Kingdompreneur. All of it is significantly better than what it is that I've had in my past. Better quality relationships, better health, better finances, more clients, bigger business premises, better travel, the opportunity one day maybe to sail around the world. It's all better. But that presents me and you with a challenge in life. How much regard do we place on our past? I think quite often as believers, we're guilty of feeling guilty. But we do at some point in time have to recognize that Jesus died on the cross to take us from a sinner to a saint. Now, I'm no pastor. I'm a business guy with a Bible. I believe. Maybe I preach on occasions. In fact, over the past few weeks, I preached on a few occasions because I've been stitched up and ended up preaching in churches. But nevertheless, Jesus died for us to move from sinner to saint through his sacrifice on the cross. And I want to ask you for a second, who are you as a saint? You see, if we walk around focusing on our past, the guilt we carry from the things that we've done, did do, maybe something you did a minute ago, an hour ago, a day ago, a decade ago even. If you carry that with you and think about it or consider it or give it any energy at all, you're simply living as a sinner. You're simply not recognizing the superpower that he gave you to set you free to be a saint. And so how is you as a saint? A saint that is not letting their past dictate their future, not letting their future represent their past. How are you as a saint that is standing tall, standing proud, focusing firmly on what will be as opposed to what has been? How are you growing your business like that, to represent Jesus in every engagement and interaction that your business has and does? Every moving part inside the business, every moving part outside of the business, every touch point. How are you taking what you do and offering it to your customers, not just as a transaction, you give me this and I'll give you that, but as a transformation that shifts the way that they view the world, where finally they can see him through you, him through your staff, him through the product or service that you offer. They might not be able to go and understand it or explain it or even say what it is that they've actually experienced. And that's fine, because at least they're fully starting to recognize what he looks like. And so I just want to record this video today to encourage you to go and do your faith and to honor Jesus, to stand tall, live as a saint, look forwards, achieve great things, fully trust him that he's there for you, and grow in his name, grow proud, grow tall. Remember, he built private jets for a reason. Maybe he wants his children to fly in them. Wouldn't that be a cool thing? I don't know about you, but if I gave my son the opportunity to have a present, I made a thing for him, and then he just ignored it the entire time, I might be a bit, I don't want to make any more presents for him. And so maybe as believers we should set our sights higher, set the goals bigger. I said to a client a little while ago, he said, Rob, I do 50 million a year and I'm tithing out of 10% of the turnover. It's 5 million a year into the kingdom. He said, but I think I've had enough now. I think I want to slow down, take early retirement, age 52, buy a small farm, put my feet up, go to the beach, travel a bit, sell my business, so on and so forth. And I said, stop. Do you know what's cooler than tithing 10% of 50 million? He said, no. I said, tithing 10% of 500 million. Set free again to be a saint. Set free again to go and seek a bigger opportunity, to be able to give more to the kingdom, give more to others, be more saintly. And so while I understand the battle that you face, I understand just how hard it is, what I'm suggesting to you is, I want to ask you to join me on my journey as I do my very best every day to live more as a saint every single day, to simply honour and thank Jesus for his sacrifice for me, and to do my best to leave the guilt for yesterday, the shame for yesterday, and to finally accept the love and forgiveness that he's given me.